can't do this. Hey, they been sleeping on me.
Welcome back. My name's David. This is Spencer, and this is Aftermath. Welcome back to Aftermath, the Sportscast, where we cover the 912 area. We just got done with week 5.
Yes, sir.
Week of games. Let's get into it. You had a pretty good week. I think you went 9-2. We counted it this week on your quick picks, but we'll go through them individually. The first one, Islands versus Brunswick. Brunswick would take this away 63-0. We did hear about an injury to the quarterback, Amari.
Man.
All prayers to you. Hopefully your injury, you get back pretty soon, my man.
Man, praying for you.
Next game, Groves 20 to Long County 78. Now you said they put up 60 in the first half.
Yeah, Long County put up 60 in the first half. I want to say they set a school record for most points scored in a half, but
Good for them.
60 to 20 in the first half, that's crazy.
Johnson versus Beach. This game I knew would be pretty close. Johnson would take this 20-9.
Shout out to Johnson, they got 2 wins back to back. They should be 3-1, but they're sitting at 2-2 right now. So
That's good. Hopefully they keep that steam rolling. Next to a close game, the game that we did want to try to get out to, but we could not. The New Hampstead versus Richmond Hill. Richmond Hill would take this by a close one, 28-26.
I'm not gonna lie, when I saw the score afterwards, I was like, man, I low-key should have drove out there to that game. But that was a good game. I was talking to a couple of New Hampstead players. They were telling me that they kind of shot themselves in the foot. They could have won that game, so they're going into a bye week. And they play BC coming out the bye, so they're definitely going to have to clean up some things.
So they can regroup, get it all back together. Savannah High to Cross Creek. Cross Creek would win this 28-0, but I don't even think they finished the game, did they?
Yeah, that game didn't get finished. I heard another fight broke out, and apparently one of Savannah High's coaching staff, somebody on the Savannah High's coaching staff, ended up going to the hospital.
Prayers to them.
I don't know what
happened. Hopefully they're all right.
Yeah, man. Hopefully everything over there is good. Man, we got to stop fighting, bro. Let's finish these games.
BC would take their game 35-10 against Hebrew Christian. A closer game than I thought it would be. I don't know much about Hebrew Christian, but
yeah, I must say I don't know too much about them, but I mean, like you said, they hung in there
They
with
hung
BC
in
a
there?
little bit. I heard
Yeah.
it was like 21-10 in like the third quarter, I think. So it was a close game for the most part, but BC took over.
Next game, Calvary would win again this week against Liberty County. Calvary would win this 57-7. Liberty I feel like Liberty, they've been pretty solid in the past years. I'm not sure how they are this year.
They had a solid team last year, but you could clearly tell they lost all their star power again. But man, Calvary is dominating everybody right now.
Jenkins would lose this week against Carleton. They would lose 47-14. Tough loss for them.
Yeah, I knew that was going to happen.
It was
Carrollton's like that.
Memorial Day. I am surprised about this one. Memorial Day would lose 0-3 to Colton Prep Academy.
Man, yeah, that's a tough one for my dog Coach Taylor and the boys over there. I heard the quarterback went out with a hard hit. Hopefully he's all right and he can make a return. But man, 3-0, that's a tough one. They were undefeated. Loss. That's one of my losses. Them 3-0, and then Richmond Hill, New Hampstead 28-26. Both of my losses came 3 points and 2 points.
Hey, still didn't get them though. And Bethesda now they might not the only Skeezer team that we cover that's still undefeated. 53 to Cross Episcopal 0. Say I would have to check my notes, but I feel like Bethesda's been kind of steamrolling everyone they played so far.
I don't think they had a close game. Yeah, I think they've been blowing everybody out since the start of the season.
Now that we've gotten through that, on to the game of the week that I sadly was not able to go to. Spencer was there. What we thought was going to be a close game turned into kind of a steamroll. Savannah Christian 35 to Savannah Country Day 0. Now I've only seen the footage, so I'll let you talk first since you were there.
I'm not gonna lie. I mean, the footage kind of shows everything. They both were coming off a bye. Both teams' offenses came out sluggish, slow. But Savannah Christian was just able to finally get things rolling. Country Day just could not get anything rolling. Run game was non-existent, really. They had a couple good runs, but overall they couldn't run the ball. Couldn't throw the ball. Barton came into the game, second behind Jake in 3A. You wouldn't know just seeing that game. That was your first time watching him. You would not know he was second in passing in 3A. But Savannah Christian's defense the whole game. They came out strong. LaDamian Guyton didn't even play.
Yeah.
So they were missing one of their star
the
edge rushers.
leading sack leader, or the sack leader right now in that region.
3-8, yep. He was leading with 5.5 going into that game. Yeah, Country Day. I wanted to go to that game because I wanted to see what Country Day could look like versus legit competition in 3A. And man, it didn't look pretty. But,
there was a few things that I did notice that we mentioned. We even mentioned them in the Thursday episode of what they would need to do to win this turnover battle. Savannah Christian won the turnover battle by a large margin.
I want to say they had at least 3. Ken Ray had a pick. David Busey had a pick. Somebody else had an interception. I'm blanking on who it was. But I want to say there was 3 interceptions in that game. And I want to say there was also a fumble recovery somewhere in there too. But yeah, their defense was rolling.
It came down to because the offensive line hold the defensive line. It didn't seem like they could. Country Day couldn't get the run game started. They had a few good 10-yard, 15-yard passes, maybe 1 or 2 of them, maybe. Yeah,
and like I said, remember, they had to get the ball into their playmakers' hands, Josh and Keith. And like I said, Keith was able to make a few plays here. I heard number 7, Josh, ended up rolling his ankle or messed up his ankle in the first quarter, so he was limited a little bit during that game. But, yeah, Savannah Christian's defense was all over them.
Yeah. Country
Day couldn't get anything moving. But
we try to pull out one player every game. We could talk about the whole Savannah Christian defense, but this game, Kenry Wall had the game. I'm not sure. Maybe the game of his career so far. He had two touchdowns, a rushing touchdown and a receiving touchdown, which might be catch of the year. If y'all have not seen it, we're going to throw it up. It's ridiculous.
That catch was nasty.
With an interception to top that game off. He's been solid all year.
No, facts. Kenry's like that. He's nice. I'm surprised. I want to say he's on like 1 offer right now too. So we gotta help him. We gotta put his name out there and help him get some more offers because he definitely deserves it.
He deserves. Kenry's up there. I think he deserves a lot more attention than he's getting.
For sure.
So
Savannah Christian as a whole. Yeah. Like I don't understand why people continue to sleep on Savannah Christian. They made it to the Elite 8 last year. They were 11-1 until that game. Their 2 losses came to Calvary by 6 points. And then the defending 3A champion Sandy Creek in the Elite 8 round. Yeah. It's like their team was good last year. And they were so young. They're returning like 85% of that team. Yeah. So I don't understand why people just sleep and just count out Savannah Christian. But
well, that is the game of the week this week. It was a good one. We got some great football coming up this week. We'll dive into that on the Thursday episode.
Big game coming up this week.
Yeah. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell icon. We want to get to 2,000 subscribers by the end of the month. We are at almost at 1,800 at the moment.
Yep.
So make sure y'all like, share it with your friends, make an extra account, subscribe, do what you gotta do to run those numbers up. But until Thursday, peace.